TSN and TSN Plus.
This is Overdrive with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog on TSN 1050.
Final hour Overdrive continues, powered by FanDuel, bringing you everything from the opening line to the final score. Brian Hayes, the O-Dog, Jeff O'Neill, Jamie Noodles McLennan, our good friend Darren Pang coming up here in a few moments.
Any word from the soccer chat? I guarantee someone's reached out to you by now.
I have not heard yet, but I noticed Doogie posted that online, so now it's out there. It's gone viral. I love that. Like, we had to post that. We had to get that out so everyone could see it and it can be passed around.
You're going to have Karens climbing through your chimney, man. It's going to be outrageous.
Yeah, I might have to take a week or two off. Yeah. Although it's our turn to have snack, I think, next week. So, like, it's a big one. Like, everyone, all eyes are on us. We got to hook it up next week.
That's where you bring in the ice cream truck.
That's where I might just go all out.
That
everyone
guy who shows up at 5 o'clock on your block all the time and pisses you off, you just say, do me a favor. Here's $100. Show up, next whatever.
You're right. I need that guy. Jams me up every single night. He comes by the house.
Yeah.
And I can hear the jingle coming from a mile away.
Buddy, send him over. Just say, here's $500. Come over after practice and whatever anybody wants to get it. That's a big league move.
Park is packed, man. You get nice weather.
It's just your team. Just your team.
Just our team,
well, you
not
give
the
them
other
wristbands.
teams. Then I'm really going to be outlawed.
Give them a little stamp on the hand. If you see a stamp, you give them whatever they want.
Right. Yes, the red team comes over. Actually, no.
So let me ask you
that.
What are you planning for your what is your snack night going to be?
I'm not sure it's been established.
Like, are you going to fire up you're going to fire up a lasagna in the oven?
I'm not bringing a lasagna. Although that would be hysterical to see the kids' reaction to my lasagna coming out after the game.
Yeah. You coming from the van just with 2 sheets of lasagna.
You want snacks? I got snacks.
Yeah.
Here's my world famous lasagna.
Yeah.
And do you know how many people take issue? Most of them Italian. With the idea that I claim I have the greatest lasagna in the world.
Yeah, Andy Petrillo wants to drive to your house and attack
There
you.
are so many people that take offense to that. I find it so funny. But,
dude, the snacking, though, like, it's amazing how out of control it is. When I was a member at a private ski club, I've never seen people take lunch so seriously. I would leave the ski club and go to Tim Hortons and get my kids a plain bagel with cream cheese and a thing of orange juice, a little container. And I'd throw it on the table and say, there you go, kids. These people had the most gigantic lunch, like charcuteries and just...
Oh, yeah, bringing them from home, you mean?
Yes, yes.
It's a big part of it, right? It's a big part of planning the whole ski trip. Yeah, anyway, I'll keep you guys posted, man. Yeah. I don't know if I can personally show up because that may cause a bit of a problem or a scene.
Well, especially when you've been bad-mouthing him, but I think you should probably just have, like, quality snacks. Like, like quality, like, make the kids happy. Who cares what
That's
the parents
the priority
do?
here, exactly. Happy. We're here for the kids.
Have you know what else? If you have any leadership qualities, which is highly unlikely, have a team meeting. And just say, look,
why would I want to ever do that? I got a lot going on in my life.
I know, but have a team meeting and say all the Karen stuff. It's done. No more.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'll
try.
If you have any leadership qualities, which is highly unlikely.
Right. And if I do, I'm going to apply them to soccer, the weekly soccer game. All right, Panger's coming up. Confirm or deny continued a little bit later on. The O-Dog. I guess, you were really selling the idea of bringing the core 4 back until Johnny came in and actually was like, yeah, that's what maybe needs to happen.
Dude, I didn't even have to sell that guy. He was like, I'm already all in because I know it's already happening.
I feel like Johnny might have some insight, man. I think Johnny might be sniffing out because, we're talking about Brad Trillman speaking with the media on Thursday.
And by the way, Thursday, just do a media scrum. You don't have to jump on the podium, man.
He'll be at the podium. The question will be is, will Pelly be up there with him? What would you think of that sign if Keith Pelly's up there?
I think that would be too much.
No, but what if, Brendan Shanahan's gone. So if Brad Treliving's role changes, absolutely Keith Pelly is going to be there because Keith Pelly will have given him a different role as to, president of hockey, and general managers, vice president of something. Like that's what I'm thinking is if If Brad Treliving was handed the keys to the car, the keys to the kingdom, his role has changed a little bit because he's not managing. It's not Brendan Shanahan above him. It's Keith Pelly. And
So
they're
what is he
working
going to
together.
do? Is call himself and say, Tree, do you mind? It's Tree. Do you mind if I make
but
this move? Yeah, you can make. Okay, I'm going to make.
I think he
Like
has
what?
to run it through, which would be Keith Pelly, who would be the top of the food chain, and then
Yeah,
and
you
then
got to
it's-
run it by somebody.
Exactly.
Someone's going to have to make a decision. It's not carte blanche. No GM has that power. Anyway, maybe our next guest has that type of power with the NHL and TNT and everywhere else he works. Here's our good friend Darren Pang. How you doing, Panger?
I have all the power in the world right now to step outside of this place that I'm in at the lake, go putt, and then go on the boat. That's about as much power as I have right now. But,
Yes, that's a lot of power, man.
Listen, and nobody brought me any snacks either. Nobody.
Well, that's disappointing. Send it to the group chat because it's bedlam in my neck of the woods right now.
I want to be in the group chat. I mean, peanut butter and jam sandwiches, something like that. Anything?
Okay.
That wouldn't be good enough, Panger.
No, because
Karen's
you're not
not like
allowed
that.
peanut butter. You're not allowed
peanut
peanut
butter's
butter.
not allowed.
Peanuts
Kids
are not
can't bring
allowed.
peanut butter. That's true.
It's got to be peanut free.
Allergies and
Yep.
yeah, there's a lot of considerations, Panger. We're living in a different world right now, and in Toronto, we're wondering how different it could look and feel a month and a half from now. Are you embracing change, or do you think there's a chance that we're not going to see as much change as maybe some people are expecting?
Has anybody changed their evaluation? Seeing the 7 games that they put forth against a really good hockey club. Change is inevitable when you don't win. Change. I think the Leafs and I think the Leafs fans and I think managers and even Shanny to that extent, they've all been very patient with the group that they've had, and they've all gave them everything they've needed to be successful. So. The problem with change is that you're going to lose some good players and not get anything back from them. There's no assets, if you know what I mean. That's the tough part, saying goodbye to some players. But I've seen many teams go through the same thing where they have felt like, hey, that's our rental. We're going to take our chance with that player. Let's call him Mitch Marner or John Tavares, UFAs, and say we're going to go forward. This is what we're going to do. We're going to empty the tank. We're going to give it everything we've got, and they did. They just didn't play well in game 5s and 7 on home ice, and that's the real shame because otherwise it was a pretty darn good season. A brand new coach. I mean, by and large, a new coaching staff. I thought Chief did a great job, and I think they're starting to get what they have to do to beat these good teams like the Florida Panthers, and now it is inevitable. And now, if I'm not mistaken, guys, there's only 32 or 33 contracts that they have of the 50 that you can allow as a pro hockey team. So between the minors and the NHL, there's lots of room.
What would you do,
right
Panger?
here. Lots of
What
room.
would you do?
What would I do? Well,
Like what
I mean,
what would you be like leaning towards like doing?
oh boy, you've opened up a open commentary because
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. We've been getting everyone's opinion today.
Well, for me, the way that Chief coaches, and I'm not speaking for Chief, but a big move would be Willie Nylander, to be honest with you. I mean, I know I said that last time, and I said I think he's got to have a big game, and he did have a big game, and I think that might have been game 6 when we talked. But I think there's a style of play that's not working, and I think the guys that get the heat all the time it's Marner. He gets the heat. Well, I think he plays a pretty determined two-way game. I don't see the same thing from Willie. I see a guy that can skate real well. I can see a guy that can make a play, gets open, gets opportunities, like the breakaway he had in a key moment of the game. But, I mean, you want to blow things up. I mean, make a move that you can get one player out and get 2 players back. All the managers have done that over time. Lacking some depth in that top 9, you might not have John Tavares.